Hello, my name is Lauren Pisoni. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Fountain Valley, California, also known as Orange County. Orange County is a very crowded place. Freeways are always packed, very crowded at the beaches, the malls. Everywhere you really go, there's a lot of people you're going to run into someone you know. Um, So our community is very big, and especially Mall Square Park, sports events, everywhere you go, there's just people doing all kinds of activities. Um, when I first learned about the coronavirus or heard about it, I would mostly hear it from my teachers. I know my math teacher would be like, "Oh, I know I have a 0.00 something chance, percent chance of getting it." He wasn't very concerned about it, and I was like, well, this guy's pretty educated. Um, but then again, you never know. My English teacher was talking about the stocks. He was saying how everything's going downhill with that, and today, like, it was a good day to buy in, and he would ask us, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, I think the week before, he would ask every day, how scared are we? And everyone's concern level got higher as the week went on. One of my other teachers had told us that there was going to be a meeting that day and that we wouldn't find out till 5 o'clock around then. What they were going to do, we were concerned, like, oh, were the schools going to shut down? That was like an option that was like thrown out. Never really knew if it was like serious until we did. I think we were the first like school around where we live actually. We were the first school that sent an email saying that they were going to close down, which was really crazy. Who would have known? Like, we would have been out for so long. It's already been like 2 months. So my first 2 weeks of March, that's kind of how I was still going to school. I was still doing everything I was able to do without having to worry about germs and getting. I remember in one class, my teacher closed the door, and I was like, people coughing, and I was like, looking around me. I was scared. I was very scared. So first 2 weeks, I think I got more concerned. But although it didn't really hit us yet, I believe it was like more China, Hong Kong. My family's reaction to it at first. So me and my mom would always say things online and be like, "Oh, did you see this? Oh, did you see that?" We would talk about it. Didn't like really think it would hit us, basically, or in Orange County at least. My mom's friend actually recently just passed away from coronavirus. She got it at work. I feel like once you have someone that you know has had it or has it, then it's more serious and you take it more, you consider like more things in life than, like, I have friends that are going out still, going to the beaches, going to places where you don't need to go, like going to the store when you don't need like unnecessary products. I don't know, I just feel like you need to be more aware of things, and it's sad to say, but once you have someone that has experienced it or has came in contact with it, like that, then it changes the whole perspective on how you see this coronavirus, because many people think it's like a hoax, but really it's not. It's sad to see that people think that it's a hoax. So, community react early March. I think I already went over that. Actually, I didn't. Community. I work in fast food. People were not aware. Like, we would slowly start. I think the first thing we did was we took cups away. We took cups so people couldn't serve themselves drinks. And people would come in like, "Oh, you're doing that?" or they would just grab things and they wouldn't even care. Like, and I'm like, excuse me, like, due to the coronavirus, we have to change, like, our policies have changed. You can't do this and that. Like, you can't get refills for a second time with the same cup. You can't do many things that you were to do before. But people didn't wear masks. People didn't wear gloves. They didn't care. They just came in. They were mad that the dining room was closed. But, yeah, interesting. March and first week of April is when all the stores shutting down. Everyone in school. I feel bad for. I have many friends that are 2020 graduates. It's sad to see them like not being able to have a grad night, have prom, have anything. I mean, I experienced all of those, and I had like the best time of my life. So, thank God for that. But yeah, it is sad for them to virtually get their diploma, or I don't know how that's gonna work. But yeah, another big thing during the first week of April was toilet paper and disinfecting items. Like I went to the store one time, like not really. This was when it first happened. I went to Target, I remember, and I was still going out during this time. I went to Target and I went down the medicine aisle and there was no medicines. I took a picture and I was like, Mom, like, this is crazy. I've never seen this in my entire life. Then I go on to the toilet paper aisle and the paper towels and everything, and it's gone. And then there's signs saying, like, you can only grab 3 disinfecting items if you need it. And I was like, this world is, like, changing. Like, people, we need to take this seriously. So that was my thoughts first week of April. And just to see that the stores and the malls were closing down, I was like, yeah, crazy. So things that I've been doing during quarantine, going crazy. I've been trying to go on bike rides. I feel for myself that bike rides are my favorite thing, just putting on music or even just roaming around the streets. I live close to Mile Square Park, but there's also a lot of people walking or jogging, so when there's too many people, I try and go on the street, like the opposite side, just to at least get some sort of exercise. I try doing some workouts right here in my room, but for the most part, I haven't really been doing anything else other than that. Shopping online. I've been shopping online, which is very complicated, I'd say. It's not like I necessarily need anything. I'm just online shopping because it's there, which is bad because I hate shopping online when you can't personally, physically feel the items or see them, see how they fit. I usually try out everything. So that's different as well. How has OCC affected me? With their clothes down. Honestly, I really miss going to school. I miss having somewhere to, having a set schedule, get up, you go to school, you do all your work, then you're done with the day, come home, and you're busy. That's obviously not the case now. I mean, you have to find time in your day, every day. I think it's best when I wake up, I jump online and I start looking on my assignments. I do some of my work, and I will throughout the day as well if I know that I have assignments coming up. I like to do them a day in advance just in case. But other than that, virtual learning has been hard for math, I'd say. Anything else I could really not learn on myself, but read the PowerPoints as we did in class or do the YouTube videos but I feel that math, I really need to be, like, there and listening and seeing. But I'm going and I'm doing it. We gotta pass all our classes still. I also like having class because it gives us something to do. If we didn't have class right now or any homework, I'd be going absolutely crazy because I wouldn't have anything to do. Well, I'd have to find things to do. So, anything changed in my house. My mom actually, she works as a loan officer, and she has been sent home with her 2 desktops to work at home. Never in my life did I imagine her being here 24/7 working from home. She is a workaholic though. So I'd say for her, it's a bad idea because this girl will log in at like 6 o'clock a.m. and she'll be on there till like 7 p.m. and she's just typing away. But horrible, but it's a good distraction sometimes. That's very different to me. I wouldn't like I couldn't see her working at home, but here she is in her office with her 2 monitors. My opinion on the Fed and state government, I feel that now is not the time to let anyone decide whether anything should open. I mean, there's no vaccines. There's nothing that will prevent us from getting the corona as of right now. And it's sad to see people going to the beaches. If they see people going to the beaches, why not close the beaches? Just things like that. Like, why are you going to reopen the movie theaters, the malls, everything when you know that there's no vaccines and there is going to be a second wave in September, supposedly. But we might even get a second wave right now because of us being let out so early. And that just means we, wasted these 3 months of us sitting inside our house preparing for when we are able to go out. So, I feel that they could do something better for us, but it's sad to see what they haven't done. Lastly is my work. I've seen very many changes throughout my work. That's probably one of the most places that I've seen and paid attention to people's reactions of the coronavirus. Like I said, when I first started working with this coronavirus, that we had just put the cups away. We put the cups away. The dining area, I believe, was still open. We just had to be more cautious, start sanitizing. And then it got to the point where we had to put those little protectors. We had one toilet paper in the restrooms because people would grab the toilet paper with their hands, wrap it around and just steal it. So if it was for us, we'd close the restrooms, but unfortunately, because we are open inside, we do have to keep them open. But Chili's are all in the back. We have to wear gloves 24/7, masks 24/7, 6 feet apart at all times for pickup, DoorDash, and online orders. You do have to go to the side. The food's already in there. Ketchup, ranch already in there. You're not touching anything else once it leaves. Giving them cups, straws, lids, anything. You have to wear your gloves, get a thing, and put them in there while giving them to them. The cash, they have to leave on the counter for us to pick up. So it's just very different for me, and it's nice to see how some people do take it and they're like, oh, thank you so much. They see that we're hardly working and they know this isn't a hoax. They come in and they take precautions as well. While there's others who just come in with no mask, no gloves, a baby with no protection. I don't know. That's just sad to see. But yeah. So another crazy story about the first week of April, or when things started going down, is I waited at Walmart for 2 hours in line just to get toilet paper. Then I had to wrap around the whole line again for water. So yeah, there was a huge, you could not get water anywhere or toilet paper unless you waited for lines, which I did, and I actually got toilet paper. But now we're good. Now we only limited for one, I think, per customer. So, yes, this is how my opinions and how coronavirus has changed me. I feel most of everybody should be taking this serious, staying home, not going out when they don't need to go out, and just hope and pray for when we're able to get better and go out and enjoy our lives, because this is not how we want to live the rest of our lives. So, my name is Lauren Pisoni, and thank you for watching.